Welcome to Learning Equinox. In our video today on PowerPoint presentation, we shall understand how to make this beautiful clock and needle bullet point animation. So you see, on a click the first point appears, the clock moves the needle to the next point, there you go on a click to the next point, then the needle moves to the next point and the fifth point. Isn't this a very beautiful way to showcase bullet points to your audience? Instead of numbers, you can also have an agenda placed in this fashion by use of timelines. So you can just place, like, if you're having a meeting, you can have timelines and you can place the agenda besides it. Another version of this is when you want to showcase 5 steps of a process. You can showcase a text here, then you have the next point, then you have the third step of the process, the fourth step and the fifth step. So you can place a process also in a semicircle format in this way. Let us understand how we are going to be creating this animation. So for this, what we will do, I shall explain this one. And this is nothing but you just have to change the position and the animations for it. So once you understand how to create one animation, the rest would be simple. So in this case, what we will do is first we will create the clock and the hand, that is this pointer, and then we will start animating with the first point and the second and the third, fourth and so on. So without wasting much time, let's get started with the video. I hope by now you are aware of the kind of learning and development that we are doing at Learning Equinox. And you will appreciate that we are having different series, be it entrepreneurship, be it soft skills, be it about the 21st century skills, which will soon be coming up with that. Banking literacy is already ongoing on Fridays and Saturdays. So with all of this, we wish to equip you with knowledge. And so if you wish to stay tuned to knowledge and keep learning, then please subscribe to Learning Equinox channel. And you can also stay connected with us on our Instagram page and Facebook page. If you follow us on Instagram, there are a lot of things about our upcoming courses and events that we keep updating on our Instagram page. So do not forget to follow us on Instagram as well. Let's get started with the video. The first thing is we will create the needle. For this, we need to take this isosceles triangle shape. So I'll take this shape of an isosceles triangle. This looks good to me. And I will say shape outline, no outline. Let the shape fill as of now be blue only. Now see, if I rotate this, it rotates from the center. I do not want it to rotate from the center, but from this side, from the broader side. So I need to do some changes here. So I'll create a duplicate by pressing a Ctrl C and a Ctrl V. I'll go to rotate and I'll flip vertical. So I have a duplicate copy of it facing the opposite side. I'll place this right below the first one. You can use your arrow key or your mouse key to align it perfectly, as you can see on the screen. Now I will select both by selecting the Ctrl key. And I will group it by Ctrl G. Now the second one, which is down, I do not want it to be visible, so I'll do a shape fill as no fill. So now if I try to rotate it, see, it rotates from the center, that is this. So this is the center, the end of this becomes the center. This is the first thing, that is the creation of the needle. I would like to place the needle at this side of my screen. Let's go back to the shapes and pick up a nice oval and make it into a nice round. I'll give it some shape effects, shape outline, no outline, shape fill. Let's take the red color for a shape fill. Shape effects, I'll give it some preset so that it looks beautiful, and I will just place it over here. I'll just make it a little more roundish. Yes, that looks beautiful. Now this blue arrow, I want to convert this shape fill to, let's say, just the first arrow. Instead of blue, I want to have it as, let's say, black. So this is the pointer that I have created. Now I need to create the clock line. For that I need to take this arc option here and create an arc. Randomly I'm creating an arc. Now I will bring this arc a little this side and expand it. I need to expand it really large so that it looks more like a clock. This looks somewhat good. Now I will give it a proper shape outline and increase the weight to about say 3 points and give it a nice color. Let's say a nice gray color. Yeah, this looks good. Now again I'll create a duplicate of this and I'll flip vertical. Go to rotate and flip vertical. I'll try to adjust this exactly below. Now that two arcs are created, I'll just select both of them by using the pressing the control key and control G. So here my clock is ready and my needle is ready. Now I need to make sure that it moves, okay, and it is positioned first over here and not like this. For this I need to right click and go to format shape. In format shape I have this option of size and properties. I click there. There is a rotation option. I shall make this as 30 rotation. So here this is there at 0.30. If this is there at 0.30, this is where my first point will appear. So let me take a rectangle. Rounded corners rectangle is what I have taken, and I will place I'll place the shape here at 30 degrees rotation. I'll give it a shape fill of golden color, shape outline, no outline, and let me give it some presets to make it look beautiful. And inside the box I can place the number 1. Again I'll make the font a little larger and bolder. So I select a bolder font and I make the font size to 28. Besides this, obviously you need to have a text, so I create a text box and say place your text here. Again we will go to this format shape. Size, and this time I'm going to add 30 and I'll just create the marks or the points where we'll place these pointers. So let us just create those first. So now this has to move at another 30. So currently it is at 30. So 30 plus 30, 60 degrees. So here is where my second point. So I'll just take a line over here and I'll draw this line at this point, which means my next point has to come here. Now again I'll go to the rotation tab and I will change this to addition 60 plus 30, that is 90. So here is where my next point will come at 90 degrees here. So these lines that I'm drawing are just for reference purpose. Later on I'll tell you how we go on placing the text and the numbers at each of these lines. So the next, again we will add 30 to 90, that makes it 120, and place this line here. This will be the fourth point. Again go back to this 120 and add another 30. That will make it 160. That is where the last point will be placed. So I place it over here. Now these lines are for reference. Now let's move on to the animation pane. So our basic idea of the process is already done. Now let's move on to the animation pane. While we are at the animation pane, the first step is to use a spin animation so that you're going to spin this in the first place. I go to spin animation. Now a spin animation rotates at 360 degrees, but that's not what we are looking for. So here in the option of effect options, I will go and I will make it 30 degrees. So go to amount, clockwise, custom amount and make it 30 degrees. But for this, before we start, we need to place it right on top. And from here it has to move 30 degrees. So you see, I'm just playing from here, it moves, right? Now the next animation that has to happen is once the clock pointer touches this place, here we will use zoom animation for the first point to appear. For the text animation, I will use wipe animation and wipe from left. Alright, now this clock pointer needs to move faster, so we'll make it like a duration as 0.50. And the number and the place of the text has not to come on a click but after previous. So let's see how this works. You see the pointer coming and there your text and number appears. In the same way, now all you need to do is select both of these by pressing the control key, copy it and control V, paste it and place it where you can see the line. So that is the 30 added one. Now what you need to do is you need to duplicate this animation. You need to animate this, so you will add animation and spin animation. Again, you need to make this, change the effect options to 30 degrees. So you go to this custom animations and 30 degrees is what you will select here. Again, the duration has to be reduced to 50 seconds only, and this will appear before the second box comes in. So have a look as how the first one appears, then you move to the next one appears, right? In the similar fashion, you will go on creating, all you need to do is just select control, both of them, control C, control V, place it at the line. Subsequent to it, remove this line placed over here. You need to select the pointer, add animation, spin animation, change the duration to 0.50, go to effect options and make the amount as custom 30 degrees. Same way, select the box and the text, control C, control V. Now we shall place it with the next line. And also let me do it for the fifth. And we remove the lines. The reason why I am making these points later on after making the animation is that animation automatically gets duplicated. If I create these points first and then I'll have to sit and animate each and every one. That's the only reason, nothing else. Now again I'll go to the pointer, add animation, spin animation, make the duration as 0.5. Right click it, go to effect options, make the custom animation as 30 degrees, and that's it. This will be placed for this on a click. And again, one more time, you need to go here and do the same thing of adding an animation, spin animation. Go to effect options. You have this custom clockwise, make it 30 degrees and hit an OK. This has to be placed before this rectangle. So the only thing that moves is the clock with the mouse. So here we go. The first one, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Now all I need to go and change these numbers here. I'll make this as 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. And obviously you need to go and change your text in the animation. So this is the final way it will appear. On a click the pointer moves and the next point appears. On a click the pointer moves, the next point appears. And so on. Isn't this a very beautiful way to showcase presentations to your audience? This is a very crisp and a neat manner of showcasing bullet points. So, hope you like this video. Do give it a try and let us know your experience in the comment section below. Subscribe to Learning Equinox if you have not done so. Like this video if you really found it useful. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.